Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to present this Advocacy Award to Dr. Ralph Shrader and Booz Allen Hamilton.
Well, thank you, Candy, and I want to thank all of you for this award. Elizabeth, I also want to thank you for all that you've done for our military families. You know, Booz Allen is very proud to work with the Elizabeth Dole Foundation, and I'm honored to share the Easter Seals Advocacy Award with you tonight. I just might mention as an aside, to mention special needs. My oldest son, Mark, is someone with special needs, and I think it's almost coincidental that he works right here in this very building in the mailroom for the EPA, and his favorite lunch hangout is around the corner here in the food court. If we'd have done this earlier in the day, I'm sure we'd have saw him passing through on his way to visit Subway. But tonight, we're talking about heroes. And I'm fortunate enough to have more than 22,000 of them, all of the employees of Booz Allen Hamilton. And along with our employees, Booz Allen's nonprofit partners, our vendors, our clients, and our teaming partners, these are all my heroes. But I'd like to talk to you tonight about just two of my heroes. One of those, David Egan, and the other, Greg Jones. Now, David has worked in our mailroom in Booz Allen for the past 19 years. He happens to have Down syndrome. But in addition to his day job, he's served as a global ambassador for Special Olympics and has traveled the world and has also had the opportunity to testify before Congress on multiple occasions. Last fall, David came to me, and I see him frequently in the halls and we stop and chat, but he came to me and he asked if I would write a letter of recommendation for his dream job. What David wanted was a public policy fellowship with the Joseph P. Kennedy Jr. Foundation. In February, we connected again, and he was proud to tell me that he had received this fellowship and would begin working as an aide to the House of Representatives Ways and Means Committee. David Egan is the first developmentally disabled person to ever be awarded a Kennedy Fellowship. We should be proud of him. You know, he's a wonderful chap, and for me, it was always fun to come in the building and walk in through the downstairs corridors and run into David and just see the smile on his face and see how happy he was with the opportunity to just be productively employed. But he never stopped striving for more. And now he's achieved his dream. But part of his dream was also due to another fellow in our mailroom, and that's a chap named Greg Jones. Now, Greg Jones was David's mentor, and more importantly, he was his friend at Booz Allen for 19 years. Now, Greg was also an unfortunate victim of a near-fatal car crash, which had a very serious impact on him and his health. But nevertheless, he taught David some fundamentals, such as how to ride the bus to work. And he would wait for David outside on the sidewalk, outside whatever the weather might be in those early days, to make sure that he was able to get in the building and get to work. And he coached David, he supported David in his job day after day, year after year, and he encouraged his external involvement in all these other activities. You know, there's just no question in my mind, nor in David's mind, or in David's mother's mind, that Greg was most instrumental in allowing David to achieve his success. You know, heroes like Greg and David rise to the test. If you think about it, all our heroes, from the ancient times to present-day life, share that achievement. Things do happen in life. Challenges and injustices, illnesses, injuries, and yet heroes rise to the test. Unfortunately, charmed lives and smooth seas don't really make heroes. Last year, 2014, was Booz Allen's 100th anniversary. And to honor that anniversary, We ask our employees to rise to the test of volunteering and recording 100,000 hours of community service across this country. Well, how did they do? 152,713 hours. On their behalf, I thank you, and I find that to be truly amazing. But that is why our firm is so honored to be associated with an organization like Easter Seals, whose values and causes we deeply share. I want to thank you for this award. I want to thank you for honoring the heroes among us and for rising to the test by contributing your time, your talents, and your funds to the Easter Seals. Thank you very much.